Hi folks, welcome again to the channel. Today we're going to review this exclusive release of The Green Knight. Hello again and thanks for tuning in. Today we want to review this release of The Green Knight, which is exclusive from the A24 shop. So let's start by taking a look at it. I'm not sure how much you can see there in the video, but the texture of this is kind of as it was leather. I mean, it's obviously carton, but the detail of the texture, it is as if it was leather, and the letters as if they were like burnt into the leather. So on the front we have the title of the movie, directed by David Lowery. On the back, some details about the actors and so on participate in the movie, and there it has this mysterious number down here, where I thought it was mysterious, but in the end I found out that it was just the ISBN of the book that this has inside. So moving on, we find this book. You can see here this very nice covers on both sides, and then on the inside the 4K disc and the book on the other side. This release, unfortunately, and the same as other A24 collector's editions, they don't have they don't have the Blu-ray, only the 4K version, or whichever you decide to buy. Or when you buy this on the website, you can decide either the Blu-ray or the 4K, but it's either or and not both together. Also, here you can see the print on the record or the disc is super nice. I'm not sure how well you can see this in the video, but I will post detailed pictures of this on Instagram, as I always do. You can find me there, the account with the same handle, Physical Media EU. Then it has this book on the side. You can see here, it's actually 62 pages long, or 61 pages long, which is actually quite impressive, I think. Here in the channel I have also reviewed this version before. This is a release from Germany. If you're interested in seeing the full description of this one, you can find the video here in the corner. But this one also has a book, but this one is only 24 pages. So the book on this release, first of all, it lists the disc contents and then the contents of the book, which are an excerpt of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. You can see here is the text here, and on the sides, on both sides, it has these annotations in red, which are actually annotations from David Lowery, that, or actually he's making reference of this text and how he shows certain things in the movie. Actually, I thought those are a very interesting testimony. Besides that, there's a screenplay which is not very long, you can find here. And then there are several illustrations about custom design. You can see here and here, and like this is like half of the booklet almost. And then at the end, some additional illustrations. So it's actually a very nice booklet. Regarding the contents of the disc, and we'll talk about quality and so on in a little bit. It has actually 2 short films directed by David Lowery, which I thought that was like, that's a super nice extra to have, because like I have never seen before. You cannot find them on YouTube or anything, so it's a very unique feature, I thought. The first of them is like about 20 minutes long, and the other one is like only 2, but yeah, especially the first one, right, is a little bit more rich and has more things maybe to take out of it. The other one is very short, still quite disturbing, but interesting to see. Then there are, I think it's 4 deleted scenes. Also always good to have the deleted scenes to kind of to extend the universe of the movie a little bit more. And there is a promo video of the RPG board game that they have also in the A24 shop. I'm not an RPG kind of person, so I don't know it, but I'm pretty sure the way they do things at A24, that people who like RPG games and enjoy the movie will also enjoy the game. Last but not least, there are 4 featurettes in the extras, which are also super good in my opinion. The first of them is called A Day in the Studio. It's kind of a behind the scenes of the movie, but this is the only extra that is kind of shared with the other release that I showed. But the difference is that on the other one is only 30 minutes and here it's over an hour. Besides that, all the extras are different, so it's nice to have seen both versions. Besides that, there's another featurette regarding visual effects, another one about custom design, and lastly, and it was my favorite, honestly, is the one called I think in the studio. Actually, this was the correct title for this one, not the previous one. The other one is just called Behind the Scenes. I think in the studio is actually the featurette of Daniel Hart, the composer of the score of the movie. Daniel Hart is a great musician, very smart, and he has already collaborated with David Lowery in the past in movies. In A Ghost Story, you can see here behind me, also very beautiful movie, amazing score as well. So overall, with all the extras, you get almost 2 hours of extra content, while this other version had close to an hour and a half. It's not so much difference. This one had also very good extras, but I find very difficult to say which of the extras are better. I think both of them have very interesting featurettes. This one, for example, had a very interesting one about typography. I think the typography of the film, you can see it is an important thing in the movie, which actually in this version they have this typography here that is actually not is not, this is quite standard, this is not that special, but on this one you can see also in the cover here the typography actually I think has an important role in the design of the film, so it was a good extra for me to see. I have made a full video comparing these 2 releases. You can find the link here in the corner if you're interested of more of the details of the differences. You can see it there. Now, talking about the picture quality of this release, the same as this other one. In both cases, the 4K is brilliant. Like, I have seen this movie when it came out in the cinemas, and I haven't watched it again until I got my hands on this 4K version, and I was like astonished of how nice it looked. It was like almost don't want to blink. It's like the colors look so nice. They pop up, they pop out so much on the screen that is a very beautiful movie. And of course, with the company of the score of Daniel Hart, I think this movie is one of my favorites. Regarding audio tracks, this only has the original audio track, but it has subtitles in English and in Spanish. I actually thought that was a nice thing to do from A24, because even though the movie is in English and is a release from the US, I think they, in a way, they acknowledge that there's a lot of Spanish speakers nowadays in the US, and I think it's good for inclusion. So if you like this version, the only way to get it is through the A24 shop online, which ships from the US. So I have talked in other occasions about how expensive the shipping costs are, but that's the only way to get it. This release, the same as other collector's editions they have, it costs $47 for the 4K release, 45 only for the Blu-ray. So it's virtually the same price. It kind of depends on which setup you have, but besides that, you have to consider the shipping cost, which can be quite expensive if you are not in the US. I have mentioned other times how expensive these A24 shipping costs are, especially in my review video of the A24 subscription, which you can find the link up here. So that's all for the review. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did and you like this kind of content, you are welcome to subscribe. And also I would like to hear in the comments what you think of the movie, what you think of the release, or if you plan to get any of these. Besides that, remember, I will post detailed pictures of this release on the Instagram account with the same handle, Physical Media EU, and you're welcome to follow there as well. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all at Okie Dogs.